the ideal size real quick? What would you say the ideal size is?
I don't take size. You take size.
Hey. Nobody deserves that much.
Okay. So before we get into introductions, let's even have like a little icebreaker. Even though we've already broken the ice backstage or off camera, would you, when it comes to physical intimacy, would you rather give or receive, Harrison?
I would rather give because I see myself as a service provider when it comes to guaranteeing satisfaction. And one important thing I must let anybody know is this: when it comes to intimacy, my ultimate goal is to make me unforgettable in the woman's mind. So I would rather give.
Sensei, how often do you get 5 stars?
Okay, I don't think it's about the rating for me. I think it's about making it memorable, unforgettable.
But then unforgettable can be 2 things, because if somebody was biting, I don't think I'll forget that.
No, I always forget my head when I'm giving head. So I don't remember my teeth.
Sorry.
I focus on the action.
No,
focus. Everybody focus.
Love is for whoever you are providing services.
What's love got
Shaya,
to
what
do with
about
it?
you?
I can do both, and I enjoy both.
So you're flexible, you're a switch.
It depends on the person. You have to know what the
let me
person
not
you
lie.
are.
Flat rate. I'm flat rate. I'm a selfish person. I can be generous, but flat rate, if I had to pick, I would definitely rather just be a pillow princess. Let me just sit back
Just
and
lay
enjoy
back,
and
head
relax. Relax and be taken care of.
I like a soft babe.
Okay.
It'll be easier to please a woman like you that will want to focus on your need. It's very important for a woman to be comfortable and free enough to ask to be serviced. Change your oil for you.
So for me, I feel like there's levels. Like, I wouldn't outright just come and say, yeah, let me service you. You'd have to work up to it.
No, definitely.
So that's why I said
You
I
have
could
to
do
earn
both.
it.
You would have to earn it. But I could do both.
I love
and
it.
I feel like it does vary on the person. Every now and then you want to let them know.
Nah,
You still got, you do gym flex.
So now, in case you guys at home are wondering why we're having this conversation, today we have somebody who is very experienced, who is very knowledgeable, a self-proclaimed, acclaimed, and I'm sure according to reviews, a steady deliver, a service provider. Let me allow you to do justice to your intro. Please, let's meet you.
I'm Coach Harrison Titto. I teach people how to knack better and how to satisfy each other to make marriage work. And it's in fulfillment of the commandment in Exodus chapter 20, verse 14, that says, thou shalt not commit adultery. Until you are well informed, how will you have the information to guarantee satisfaction in your action? So if I am able to teach you how to satisfy your partner, then you can be contented, and that will be the fulfillment of the commandment. That says that shall not commit adultery.
Even spiritual.
So basically what I get is you are doing the Lord's work.
Yeah, I'm doing the Lord's work to save marriages, teaching
okay.
people how to satisfy each other so that you don't get to go cheat on your partner.
I know you emphasized marriages. Does it also, like, the advice that you give, could single people, or would you say that also part of that advice is given to people who are not married?
Okay, so I'll give you 2 answers. The truth, marriage. But on the other side, we know when you say don't, some people will go and try. But above all, it's to help partners find happiness, experience bliss. But the focus is to save marriage.
Fair enough.
So I'm going to ask, how would you suggest people to explore their sexuality? Because in essence, how do I know I like something if I haven't tried it? And how do I know what to try if I don't know what it is? Do you get it?
Okay, I'll tell you this. I think you should start from a place of being curious and wanting to explore. It starts with you even discovering what gives you bliss. You can actually just lie in bed as a man and be rolling and you feel hardness. And when you feel your rod standing at attention, you roll over it, you will feel a sense of sweetness that you want your partner.
Too easy.
That you want your partner to explore. Then you know that place triggers you, okay? But for a woman, you can even be washing yourself or cleaning yourself and you discover that, oh, this totori feeling has a way of making you vibrate.
Like when
then
you're holding your
that
pee for a really long
you understand.
time.
Then you know that you will need your husband or your partner to help you explore that.
No, not that. No. I know sometimes, no, it's not about even having like a urine infection. Like sometimes when you, I don't know, or like other women have experienced this thing, like when you're holding your pee for like a really long time, like maybe you're not able to pee. From what I've heard.
After knocking for so long or what?
No, just generally, like imagine like, okay, let's say you're on a road trip. and maybe Lagos to Benin Republic or something like that, and like you can't have any access to toilets and stuff, then you go and pee. Like that sometimes the sensation of just letting everything go. Because I mean, it's the human body is very
girl, no,
unpredictable.
yeah.
And especially
So
when
this
it comes
is-
to your privates, anything can cause any reaction.
Anything
to
can
be
cause
honest.
reaction.
Yeah.
It can create the sensation you want.
I wanted to ask, how do you suggest someone can explore their sexuality?
I think it starts with you being curious to want to know what triggers your sensation. And it starts with you exploring. And you can start with your partner, or it can happen probably when you're having your bath. You notice that washing a particular place gives you the kind of thrill that you like. Then you tell your partner, please, when we are doing the do, please find a way to do this to me. Then you discover that you like that. Then again, I feel it's an opportunity for you to be an explorer. Discover yourself. Like there are some guys, when they touch their nippy, it makes them have stronger bola standing at attention. So it's about discovering yourself. If you don't discover yourself, how are you going to find the needs and know the needs to meet?
But you
now-
say,
When it comes to this issue of like discovering yourself, I feel like we have to look at it from the context, because this conversation that we're having is peculiar to Nigerians, because I mean, we're here to talk about why Nigerians have such a forbidding, or why Nigerians have a very conservative view towards doing the do, as we would say.
Yeah.
Now, let's look at it from two angles, the Nigerian man and the Nigerian woman. According to research, according to biology, the man's G-spot is located in his perineum, which is located in between the
tea bag.
Yeah,
Between
the
the
tea
tea
bag
bag
and
and the yansh
his-
hole.
and the yansh hole. Oh my god. In between the tea bag and the yansh hole. But I feel like the average man has so much internalized homophobia that they feel like doing that act makes them fruity, makes them queer. And we're talking about exploring ourselves, but when you say, this is where your G-spot is located, let's help you out. Why do you want to bust my ash? Do you want to do this? Don't touch me there.
Bust my
Nobody's even touching you. You're already doing gragra. And now from the angle of the Nigerian woman, people say, I have conversations like, Nigerian women are not explorative. Nigerian women don't like to do this. That's the popular thing that, a lot of us are Prelo princesses. Just put us there and we'll lie down like a log of wood. Or people like to play hard to get. Would you blame people from playing hard to get? We literally grew up in a society where they will tell you that, any lock that can be opened by a key is a faulty lock, and any key that can open any lock is a master key. You wouldn't blame Nigerian women who are not necessarily curious, because we're brought up to be very conservative. Right from when you're young, some people will tell you, if they see your nakedness, you will be pregnant. I know someone that somebody saw
it's
under
true, if
her
they
pants.
touch you get belly.
Bro, I know someone
remember
that a guy saw, she was climbing a tree. This was, she's way older than me, like twice my age. So she was telling me this, that she was climbing a tree. So one of her classmates was under, and he saw her pants. She came home. I went home and started crying. What happened? Closure, let's see. I'm pregnant. They beat nonsense and ingredients from our board. And I say, carry us. Who made you pregnant? Take us to the person. What happened? And I say, I was climbing the tree and this boy saw my pants. So you are pregnant. A lot of people are not even raised with sex
Not
education,
educated.
with the way, or with like intimacy education, I would say, the way people in civilized societies are.
I think you would think the parents there were supposed to educate the girl properly so that she will know the right thing to think or to do. But sadly, in this generation, people who need parenting are not the ones parenting. Some people are not even matured enough to be parents. They are not even well educated enough
a whole
on how
different-
to manage children, let alone teaching them what they need to know. Because we are not well educated about knacking, guess what happens? You leave things to chance, and that's where the devil thrives. The devil will find reason to be happy because there is a very big space for ignorance that can make people fall victims when devil takes the chance. Now, I feel every parent should find reason to start educating the child properly. Not that if a guy should touch you, you get pregnant. If somebody should touch that girl, she doesn't get pregnant in the class. Hey, please, give me your pen. And he touches the girl's lap and she doesn't get pregnant. And she was probably too scared to tell the parents at home. After 6 months, she will discover that baby did not come out from her stomach. That means if she should do another thing somebody else has said can get you pregnant, she would think it would be the same way.
It will be the same
So let's put the
results.
right information on the table. Let white be white, let black be black. But I think they cannot really educate them fully because of fear of misuse, abuse, and children misunderstanding the information. But that is why we need to allow children get to a certain age for them to understand so you can educate them properly.
Do you think it's the parents' responsibilities to educate their children on sex first, or do you believe it's down to the school curriculum?
I think the society truly raises a child.
Yes.
From what you watch, from what you see, what you hear in your worship place, and your parents. So we cannot leave it to one particular segment. It's a responsibility of everybody.
Everybody plays a part.
Like in Africa, you are the one that gave birth to the child, but the child belongs to everybody. Your
The
parents gave
village.
birth to you. You are the government's
You have a
property.
community
So
style of
what this
raising,
means
yeah.
is there's a community side of responsibility when it comes to educating people properly. Because if you tell your child A, and the street is saying B, and the king in his palace is saying C, you will leave that child confused. So we have to come to a level where it will become a communal affair to have a system that works with educating people positively about knacking, so that people will have the right information and one idea about it, so that we'll know what to work with, not confused ideas.
Okay.
I want to also say that. So we've obviously been having conversations offline, and one of the biggest things like we had was, I'm from the diaspora, obviously, and I was saying that having certain conversations in the diaspora is not a big deal. You can literally meet a group of people in the pub and they'll be telling you about their rendezvous from the night before, and it's not a big deal, right? But here, it's almost like, as a girl in Nigeria, you have to be a good girl. You are not allowed to speak about knacking. It's almost like, oh, if I say, I knocked one guy last night,
Bruh,
like,
looking at
you
you with
don't
so much-
cast.
ah.
Like, even certain people where they say they've casted, what casted? Oh, she slept to everybody. So we should be ashamed of being
And do you know the funny
sexual
thing
liberate.
about that is that when also men speak about, let's say, knacking or mikwe, it's mostly from the angle of, I did it to her. I'm sorry, it takes two to tango. You did me, I did you back. Why am I not the one that has to suffer the shame?
I don't know
Why am I
about
the one
that,
that has
you know.
to... No, to be very honest, when we're talking about like consensual acts,
Yeah.
if you and I are knacking or we're mikweing, it's you did me and I did you back. Like, why am I the one that has to go away and everybody saying, oh, do you know that this boy did that, babe? Do you know that that boy knocked that, babe? Do you know that boy did this? Okay, but I also knocked him back. Like, why is this something I have
Okay,
to be ashamed of?
I
Or why is something
think
that is...
The
when it's done to
problem,
me, it takes away from me.
I think the problem is rooted on the fact that people are having the wrong conversation about knacking. You shouldn't have conversation about knacking to promote your own prowess. It should be about encouraging others on how to get better. When you are positive about it, for what people can get information on how they can improve, because some people may not come out to tell you their challenges. Guess what happens? People will learn. But instead of you teaching people to learn, you are bragging about what you can do. This will leave others to be depressed. This will make others to become desperate. And guess what happens? The next thing is they'll start looking for pills that they can use to improve in their performance. I think the right conversation should be about, amazingly, I was privileged to knock this babe. You see that word, privilege?
As in,
It's
It
a
comes from a
privilege to
place
behold
of
with.
respect
Yeah.
for the woman, not seeing her like a victim. Not thinking that, oh, you conquered her. It's not about who won.
Yeah.
It's about the fact that you were privileged to share that great moment.
Experience.
Then at the end of the day, guess what happens after that? The next person hearing you will know that it's a thing of joy and privilege to have access to a woman, to get that close, to get that intimate. Then you see it from a place of appreciation rather than manipulating somebody to get what you want.
well, how would you suggest now, because obviously you said that you specialize in couples and marriage, but if I'm dating a guy, let's be honest now, let's be very truthful. Most people do not wait to marriage anymore before they start having interactions, you know? And most people already have interactions before they get married. But, you know, how do you then have conversations with the person you're being intimate with about what they like without not seeming like, oh, you're bringing past experience? So, you know, I said this before. I feel like every person, let me even rephrase this. Every person you have an interaction with is different from the next. What somebody might like, the next person might not like. So
true.
your experience from an ex might not be relevant in your current.
Definitely.
So how do you then openly have those conversations? Because I think another thing is men expect females to come with some certain type of experience. And my experience can be valid to who I was with before, but may not be valid to you. You might be less exploited than I know some guys that like, they only do missionary and doggy. And it's like, wow.
Like,
From what you just said,
real quick,
it's
you know
like-
what you said about men expecting women to come with experience. I think it's even two ways. They expect you to come with experience, but they also don't want you to be too experienced.
Yeah, you
They
have
want
to be a good girl,
like,
but
you
not
have to be
like
it's
just
it's
her,
like,
when she
oh,
opened her
they
leg,
want
it was
you
just
to-
like she was a head
Do you know?
shape.
Like, just, they want you to.
Just
They
soft.
want you to when they climb. You don't want you to. They say men mount. They want you to mount and be gallant and know how to wind your waist and spell coconut and do all of those things. I'm sorry, you can't pick that up on YouTube. You
can,
can pick it
it's
up on
available.
YouTube.
Google's there,
You can
but-
pick it up on YouTube, but practice makes perfect. You want me to be so good at this, but you don't want me to have already done it with somebody. You don't want me to have already had like practical experiences. These are the same people that when they're having locker room conversations with their friends, are talking about, oh, that babe, now JJ say she build. She never sabi how to do anything. You could just lay there like log of wood. But then when the girl that is not laying there like log of wood, that is winding her waist, bending her waist, breaking her back, doing all the 32 position, over the how many positions in the Kama Sutra, you are the same people that will go back and say, that baby, be like say, I wonder what her body count is, or she don't do it, she don't enter shit. Like, I'm sorry, make it make sense.
Okay, I'll say this. I think when guys start having the conversation of this person needs to be so experienced before the person comes into a relationship, I think it's misplaced priority.
It has to be.
I'm saying this simply because what the guys should focus on, or what guys should start focusing on, should be about making a woman comfortable enough that if she has never experienced anything, she will want to explore. If she has experienced something before, so she will feel comfortable to want to recreate the moment with you. Mm-hmm. It's not about how many people a woman has slept with. You are not a mortuary attendant that you'll be counting the body count of a woman.
Oh my God.
So you should focus more on the privilege you have to share such moments with that woman and make it memorable. Funny enough, she might have slept with 50 people. You may make the difference that will make her remember you forever. So it's about your moment. Cherish the moment and make the best out of it. Forget where she's coming from and focus on where you will take her to.
That's what I tell people, that on this issue of body count there, what I've done in my past or who I've been with in my past has nothing to do with you. The point is you are here now. Okay, now I feel like we have already handled the serious conversations. We're just so serious talking about, marriage. I want us to enter. Like, I mean, I've seen you on socials. You are the life of the party when it comes to talking about this, the slangs that you use, the terms that you use. So let's bring that energy here. Let's bring that vibe back. Let's enter the nitty-gritty questions, or the freaky questions, so to speak. First thing, as a make-way therapist, what is the craziest thing you have ever heard that a couple has done? And what is the craziest thing you have done as well?
Okay. The craziest thing I've done is just centered on the fact that I decided to try something new for the first time.
Which was?
And that new thing.
You have to know. That's the thing.
Yeah,
That's the thing. You have to know.
No,
you
I'll
have to
tell
tell.
you.
This
I'll
is
tell
a
you.
safe
I'll tell you.
space.
I'll tell you. It's a safe place, but it's on the internet.
No, don't worry.
You know,
No, don't worry. Don't worry.
Writing
No, see,
rubbish, they'll go and do
I'm not
They'll go and
ashamed
dig it,
of,
they'll
I'm
go
not
and do
ashamed
it.
of what I say. I'm
Yeah.
not ashamed of what I do. I had conviction before I started what I'm doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I will just tell you, the craziest thing I've done is for me to find reason. Are you ready?
We're ready.
Clap 3 times if you want me to.
1, 2, 3. 1,
You
2,
were,
3.
you were,
I can't
you were
even
too
stop.
fast. Make it slower.
Everybody, can we get clapping, please? No, we have to clap on
All
beats.
together.
1.
Okay, the craziest thing I've done was to give head. Yeah,
To
crazy.
a
Why? Because
guy or female?
no, definitely not a guy.
Okay.
Because that is that crazy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'll tell you why. That's what I wanted to explain.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I'm explaining this simply because I grew up in Benin City as a Benin man. Now I'm a Benin man. I was a Benin boy. I grew up hearing elders saying there are things you should never do as a man. It's a taboo because you are a traditional man. So you cannot give head. You cannot lick this. You cannot this. Simply because as an African man, a traditional man, you shouldn't. But I've come to realize that these men that claim to be traditional men never became the Obas of Benin. They don't even have chieftaincy title. So why don't you focus on doing what can make your partner say thank you so much?
Do you know I don't have chieftaincy?
So that's why I decided to do that.
chieftaincy
It was
title?
crazy, no?
Because they don't give head.
Because they don't give head.
I
So
think
they,
you are giving head.
They don't do
You
the
have
happy
chieftaincy
flower.
title.
They
so
don't
because they
do
don't
square.
give head, they couldn't make headway. Now,
Aye.
now, the point was, it happened because I had to break that mindset. And at that point, it was crazy. But later, I discovered that it was the gateway to paradise.
Listen,
Come
if you're in
on,
America, that's
energy.
introduction into
But now,
the
real
flower.
quick, I want to go into that question now because let's real quick. Before the first time you gave head, had you received head?
Yeah, it was constant.
So the elders not there that it's bad to receive, but
No,
it's bad
because
to give.
men want to
Elders are
receive.
very selfish. Just so you know, all you elders out there, you lot are very, very
Okay.
selfish. Because it's the audacity of some men. Some men will tell you, like, from we're having I say, let me be very honest. So we don't want to ask that question that, which is more important to you, sex or love? For me, I can't. They have to be mutually beneficial, and they're not mutually exclusive. In the sense that I can't love you if I'm not attracted to you. I can't
Attraction
love
is different
you.
from love now.
No, the thing is, for somebody that will love, I have to have been attracted to you before we get to the point of love. I can't imagine waking up to a partner that when I look at you, my water doesn't break. When I look at you, I don't start feeling like my thighs, like I'm just
shaking.
Do
Your
you
knees
get
are
like? Do you
weak.
know what it is to be like very attracted to somebody that when you're going to meet them, the very thought of going to meet them, oh my god, you're just like, God, this
You're
is
wet.
there's that, but you're
That's-
also very like the slightest thing, not that thing that men do. Now you put inside the car, you
The
start
da-
driving, then he'll not do that one hand driving, he'll not put one hand on your thigh. Imagine someone puts your hand on my thigh. I was like, we're going to like tie your dirty hand away from my thigh. Like it's very, 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 very important. I don't think I can pick. Could you pick between make way and love?
I think love.
You pick love?
No, I mean it's good.
I'll pick love.
But do you think, how important is it to you? Can you be with somebody who you don't have a great intimacy or intimate relationship with?
Can I answer this question? The reason why, you asked me before and I didn't have an answer. I would pick love based on the fact that you can always learn to improve your skills on knacking. I don't think you can, and love grows, right? But
Definitely.
if you don't love somebody, you don't love them.
Yeah.
You have to have some form of love and then it can grow and flourish. Knacking always has, it's like a skill. You can improve on it. It's like you can go to school or you can read a book or you can explore. Even when you said explore, I want to be very clear. When you meant exploring, do you mean like physically? Can we say masturbating?
I don't think it's good. I don't support self-help, soapy.
So when you said, because I wanted to go back to this, when you said exploring, how would you explore your sexuality if you're not talking about?
You can actually catch a glimpse of something without going into it.
How? That's what I'm saying. You
for
must be in
instance,
that. Like I said, if you don't know, how will you know?
I give an
saying-
example of somebody rolling on the bed,
Uh-huh.
or you're taking a shower, and you discover that you just felt sweet somewhere. You can actually stop there and allow your partner to explore that for you. You already know that you have trigger there. But for you to not start doing it, like helping yourself, doing master, baby, it is not good because I know the side effects. It will damage the blood vessels that makes the Ebola to stand at attention over time when one gets older.
Okay.
So I don't encourage it.
Sorry, do you know that, real quick, sorry, do you know that I don't understand when people say explore yourself, but you can't self-help? To be honest, one thing I've come to realize is that nobody can know your body better than you do. To be very honest. No, but like you said, rolling around on the bed, that's when you find out that you like it. How can I explore if I don't first explore with myself? If
a
I'm saying
woman,
that
it's
for
easier for
everything
a
I
woman.
like,
You
I'm
think?
exploring
For real.
with a man.
How?
For real.
Why can't I explore?
you ever-
I think it's
have you
harder
ever
for
seen a
women
woman
because
with-
our G spots are so far in the depths of
Okay,
our
let's
inside.
focus on the one that is obvious.
And if you don't find it by
Okay.
yourself, the man
what
is
we
not going
call
to find it for you.
apiko or lickle, the button at the top of the
Yeah.
leg, Have you ever seen a woman with plaster on it before? Have they ever admitted a woman in the hospital because she bruised
I
it?
mean, I wouldn't know.
No.
I'm not a gynecologist.
I'm saying this simply because
Yeah.
when you play with it
Yeah.
and you feel sweet
Yeah.
and you reach point of no return, you release.
Yeah.
It doesn't take so much away. It doesn't damage anything. But for a guy, you can have bruises because of the addiction of doing soapy. And over time, you also realize that you cannot have that thing stand at attention anymore. And it easily fails because you have probably damaged the blood vessels.
Okay.
in
But that's
that
with
region.
So
repeated
that goes
use
back to
now.
my
Yeah,
point.
repeated
How
And that's
do
at the
you-
end of the day. And so doing too much of anything is not good. If I take
Definitely.
too much soda, it ends up affecting me. If I take too much sugar, if I take too much watermelons, it end up affecting me. So I think that with
Everything should be
regards
in
to-
moderation.
Should be in
I'm going back to
moderation.
my
as opposed
first
to
point then.
totally-
How do you explore your sexuality without having to explore yourself? Because you're saying for a woman it's easier. And I'm under the impression now from what you're saying is that for you to be able to explore your sexuality, it has to involve a partner. That you can't explore yourself fully by yourself.
You
Because
see,
if you're saying that you're against exploring yourself, somebody else has to explore. But for that somebody else to explore, they also need to have some form of knowledge of what and who or what. Do you see what I'm saying?
Do you know that you may not even know what it feels like to be kissed at the back of your head because you can never be kissed at the back of your head by yourself?
But the one I
100%.
can do by myself, I will know how I feel now.
You
Yeah.
understand? So you may not get it all, but you need a partner to be patient with you, to explore you. And you have to be patient also and be willing to discover new things.
How do you grow the confidence for willingness? Because it's very easy to talk about, most of the time I feel like sex, it has, for you to be, here I say, maybe adequate in bed, you need to have some form of confidence. You need to be able to even lay there with no clothes on.
I don't think anybody is fully adequate in bed.
I say adequate in the
It's a
sense
journey.
that
It's not a
I
destination.
say adequate in the sense that for you to be able to and even just go and have sex, you need to have some form of confidence. Like, am I going to take off my clothes? Are the lights going to be on? Like when I was younger, I used to be a really big thing. Oh my God, have you ever had sex with the lights on? And I was like, oh, like, is it the lights not supposed to be on?
They're not supposed to be on.
That's when I was like, wait a minute. So
I think
people
some
just be
people,
having sex in the
confidence and
dark
like
doing
body
the
image
Dora the
issues are
Explorer.
tied to
Even
that.
in the dark, Bola will not miss road.
That's
Bola
what-
has
so,
infrared
like,
vision.
That's not what some people say.
What?
That no. Oh my God, not to be nasty, but that Bola has tunnel vision. I don't agree with it because
No, it has infrared vision. Trust
do you
me.
know I don't
I
have-
own one. Do
okay.
you have one?
sorry.
Wahala,
I'm
Okay, thank you.
I'm sorry.
You are the gateway. I'm the
Excuse
way
me.
maker.
Sorry, oh.
Okay, thank
Take
you.
me to church. I'm sorry. But like, okay, what I wanted to, okay, so what you said now is the Bola has infrared vision, Abby. So those men that are trying to enter the gateway, but they mistakenly knock the back door, they said that, sorry, he slipped and fell.
They
know
drunk,
what they are doing.
drunk in emotions.
They are, oh, so, okay.
It's like a drunk driver
So
hitting the pillar.
are they aware of what they're doing or not?
They are drunk.
You said the Bola
Under
has
the
infrared
influence.
vision.
Under the
Are they
influence of
aware
emotion.
because they said that, oh no, we're entering the gateway. Next, they pop on the back door. Uncle, how? How did you get there?
Okay,
There's
so you
no
know you mentioned
access.
about backdoor before. I feel like they're also okay. Two things before we even go there. Have you ever asked for feedback after
a nice
Knacking.
McQuay session.
after the
You see, if your mission is to improve and get better, it's always important to have room for feedback and be open to receive the honest truth.
Have you ever received bad feedback?
Definitely.
What was it?
Okay, the worst feedback I got was, you were too much in a hurry. Next time, slow down. That was the time I realized
She was actually
that,
honest to tell you.
yes, that was the time this is long ago. That was when I realized that the best part of knacking is being patient and going with the rhythm of the woman's response, not by how you feel. You put how you feel aside as a man and focus on the feedback she gives with the sound she makes. The soundtrack will make you know that this is hitting it or this is going too deep. Oh, I should go shallow. Oh, I should go faster. I should go slower. So it's about following the rhythm of her response.
Have you ever faked before?
Faked?
Yeah.
My sister, I cannot fake. If we reach point of no return, you go see him, you go come out, you go full everywhere.
I know, but some people can't. Have you ever suspected that a woman you've been with has faked it for
No,
you?
she cannot fake it because I have learned how to make a woman reach point of no return.
So you can say categorically that every woman you've ever been with, you can say categorically none of them has ever faked it.
No. You know why?
Why?
Because there's a technique to this thing. Everything in this act is a skill that you can learn. So when you have the chance to learn, remember I started by telling you I'm a service provider. If I tell you I'm a service provider, I'm a delivery guy on a mission. So if I'm on a mission, I'm focusing on your satisfaction. So if I want to do that, it's not about me, it's about you. That is why I will always tell men to spend at least 25 minutes to do body work on a woman's body, to make her mentally ready. I started reading Every Woman when I was in primary school. So I learned a lot of things about the woman's body. Then I discovered that no matter how willing a woman is to knock, even when she's already wet, she may not be mentally ready yet. The first thing you have to do when she has accepted is to make her comfortable enough to explore. Then at the same time, make her mentally ready in a way that she'll be willing to try things with you.
How should make a woman comfortable?
The best way to make a woman comfortable, it starts with her being able to trust you, that what you're doing is between the two of you, and there's no shame to it. Like some people will tell you, let's knock only in the dark, because they are scared that you will see their stretch marks. And for that reason, you may not like them or not feel attracted. And some of them may not even be able to give you that rhythm of how they actually feel, so you will not feel like you're shifting their womb.
Yeah.
But until a woman is able to feel very comfortable and relaxed to say, this is me, here I am. I've offered myself as a living sacrifice on the table of this bed. Do whatever you want to do to me. Then you have succeeded in making her comfortable enough without shame.
No.
Her vulnerability becomes the beauty of the duty, where you just go all out and
Word,
focus on
word, word.
satisfying her.
Oh, you never
No.
ever asked for
The-
feedback.
I mean,
You have to
I
be
feel like
about
everything I do in life, everything that's worth doing at all is worth doing well. I like to think I'm good at what I do. But I mean, I wouldn't outrightly say, oh, okay, how was it? Did I bend? Did I? I feel like it's something that would just flow naturally in the conversation, like post coitus or post mekwe. people just having conversations, not like outrightly asking for feedback, like, oh, did you like when I did this? Did you like when I did that? Just when the guys come talking about, I was like, oh, I really enjoyed when you did this.
I'm
So I
gonna
really
ask you
enjoyed
a
it. If I
question.
don't like it though, I don't wait for you to ask me. I'll tell you straight up. Thing is, I don't even know how to fake it. To be honest, I believe, and I tell women that you are doing yourself a great disservice when a man is supposed to be doing the body work, or a man is doing something that you don't like, and because you don't want him to feel some type of way, or you don't want to embarrass him, you don't tell him. I know somebody who was in a relationship with someone for a really long time, and this person she has never felt good in bed, but she used to fake it. And she'll come and be lamenting too. And I told her that, see, you and the other women that have come before you are the problem with this thing, because if all of you had been telling this guy the truth, he would have gone to put his head back in the game and fixed up. Because if someone is down there,
Some
not
people
doing
can't
give him
take
a- come
correction.
on,
Some
shit
people
for
are
me.
not
Don't do-
teachable.
Get out, get away.
Some people are not teachable. Some people cannot take correction. And
Then
the moment you tell
they
them,
shouldn't be doing
they will start
this.
telling you you are greedy, you are
They should go and
selfish.
do it with themselves, and then you
Okay.
shouldn't be having intimate. You shouldn't be
Talking about
intimate.
feedback, she asked you a question
Yeah.
about feedback. I want to ask the two of you right now. Don't you think
The
it would be
askers have
good?
become the asked.
Sorry. Don't you think it would be good to ask a guy what position did you enjoy best, so that you know what to do more next
So
time?
That's
you know
why I
what,
said it
if
will
you got
flow
to
in
me,
the
if you got to
conversation.
me, I actually ask those questions. If I plan to be intimate with you, or we're gonna be,
You even
or
ask the
even
questions
after we've
before.
been intimate, right? I'll ask you like, so what do you like? Do you like it when I do? If they can't answer, so sometimes I feel like, and this is why I do agree that certain conversations has to be with somebody where you both respect each other. And you know that these conversations are sacred. It's not that I'm having a conversation with you and then you're going to go and scream at you and show it to all your friends. That's stupid.
That's childish.
Please say that
Lots of
loudly so they
people
can
are
hear at the
childish.
back.
I feel no matter what we say about knacking, it's an intimate affair, a private affair.
Yeah.
That is why I don't even like people discussing it outside.
Yeah.
When it's from a place of you are messing up the other person's reputation. No, it should be about what you are exploring, you are gaining. It's for your knowledge and joy.
And
Focus
it's
on
for
that.
you.
It's not for you to go and discuss in public.
Yeah,
Now,
so
I wanna-
I ask.
okay.
I would, if you can't, so sometimes you have to, like you said, you'd gauge the situation. If you feel like there's somebody who wouldn't outright come out and say, oh, your performance wasn't that great, you ask them, like, so what do you like? And if they can't answer, oh, do you enjoy it? Like, do you prefer, the easiest way to is, do you prefer foreplay, or do you like to get straight down to the act?
I think for
And
me,
then you
it's these
ask leading
I
questions.
asked
That's how I
before.
feel. But
I like to
again,
ask
I'm
the
not
question.
a
So
specialist.
before I go to the series of questions I want to ask, let me just put that. For me, I think it's very important that if you plan on being intimate with somebody, I know there's a potential for intimacy with a person. You people should have, before you get to the practical, there should be the theoretical aspect of it all. You people should ask questions. What do you like? What don't you like? This is what I like. This is what I don't like. You people should have that conversation and then ease into it. And then post the event, it's something you guys can talk about. You don't have to force the conversation in terms that as much people are done before you start smoking your cigar. Now, okay, but yeah, uncle, what did I do that I did not like? What did I do that I didn't like? This and that. I think for me, it just flows very naturally into it. Now, I wanted to ask, because you didn't answer the question I asked, which is, as a midway therapist, what is the craziest thing you've ever heard a couple do?
Yeah.
And they're like series of questions I want to ask you.
Okay, I
After
think
that.
the craziest I've heard is to want a third party in your affair.
Have you ever had a threesome?
No, never, and I won't. You know why? I feel when you cross the line, because you are curious, the other person may get addicted. And it can become a problem that will backfire later.
100%.
So what you cannot handle later, don't start now.
Don't start it now.
And I don't think I want to share my intimate moment with another person when I'm supposed to be with one person. And that one person I chose. No, people did not choose it for me. So whether it's good or bad, I'm contented.
Which means that you wouldn't like voyeurism.
I'm not interested. Because I feel it's about discipline and contentment. It's the key to happiness.
So I ask two of you a question now. What's the one thing you're yet to do that you want to do? Because I feel like everybody, low-key, we have a bucket list of things that we've done, or things we want to do and things we would like to do. Sometimes the bucket list can even be theoretical. Like, I mean, ideally, I would like to do this, but I know say my mind no carry good aside. I don't know. There are things ideally I would like to do, but I know that
Like?
I don't have the strength for it.
Like
I mean,
just
it's
one,
nice to
Ainda.
and like no, the thing is, for me, I feel like when it comes to intimacy, if I have a partner and I'm with my partner,
yeah.
I would want to try anything and everything. For me, I believe in trial and error. It's better to try it and find out that you don't like it than for you to wonder all your life, could I have liked this? Could I have that? If you have a partner, like if you can't explore with your partner, who do you want to explore with? Like, what's the point of having intimacy when you can't do any and everything? Okay, we've both agreed that, okay, let's try this out. We both try, do you want candle wax? So do you like candle wax? So put it on your body. No, I don't like it. I know I don't like it. We know you don't like it. And then, we move on to the next thing. So for me, there are some things ideally that I would like to try, but I know that my mind will not carry me to go there. Yeah. But now down to
What
the
are those
question.
things, please?
Eh?
What are those things?
Yeah, you didn't answer. You just
Okay.
did semi-circle for us.
No, I was that thing now. Hey.
BDSM.
No, that one is.
Oh,
Hey, no,
our
I'm
mama.
just saying. No. I'm just saying. Like, I mean,
dress
are
up,
people
role
having
play.
very,
When I answer this
are
question,
people
I
having
must
very
say you.
No, role
conservative
play would be
make-way?
cool. It would be like say we
No,
go
role
do
play is
audition
chill
for
now.
film.
I remember when 2022, I was shopping. I bought one lingerie like that is school teacher uniform. I think it has been in my wardrobe since just wasting.
Waiting for
He's just
Just
wasting.
wasting.
waiting for your students.
Just wasting, girl. Like, what's the one thing
Harrison.
on your bucket list? Shai,
I
you're gonna
want her
answer.
to answer first. Ladies first.
Shai, what's the one thing on your bucket list that you want to try that you haven't tried?
So if I'm being honest with you, I had a list, and like I did a couple
many of
things
the
in
things that
them.
we ticked off?
You know what? So I did a couple things in them, and it just eradicated the others. Like, do you know what I mean? So I feel like number one, I would say first of all, your body reacts to your partners differently. Like I can't say that out of the exes I've had, my body has felt the same with each of them. My body has felt different with each of them. So there's some people who like in the past who I've been intimate with, and I've wanted to do certain things with, and then there's some people where I'm just like, nah, this
Yeah,
isn't
what's that
our...
one? This
No,
one
that's what
I
I'm saying.
do.
Like for me, I've actually
Shall I?
done. If you say,
What's
I mean,
the one thing on your bucket list?
I don't have-
Or
that's
if
what I'm
if you don't have any, what's the one thing that you wanted to do that you ended up doing? Oh yeah.
A
All this
lady
shall I
never
go
tell-
explain it. I know
a
evidence.
lady never tells.
But I also I'm a gentleman.
What's one thing on my list that I want to tick off? I think honestly, okay, don't judge me. I would like to have more like intercourse in the open. I feel like the adrenaline of almost being
getting
caught,
caught, okay.
is fun. Like I would like, I've done it before. If I even got caught. As in serious
not sharp.
cutting. No. You know what the one where they catch you? Like I think I like the adrenaline of like you. Are we gonna be quick? Like I would do it again, 100%. That's fun for me. Like that adrenaline because you're both. How focused are you really? Like, are you focused or are we trying to run or what's that adrenaline? Is definitely try it.
I feel like I sit to that here, I having flashback. Because this is shining.
0%. I'm just answering the question, Mr. Harrison.
Okay.
For me, I think I would like to knack in Bahamas water because
The ocean
for
is a
real,
good place
I
to...
want to do that because I want to feel what it's like when a woman is very wet and at the same time water is everywhere.
So you've never done it in a pool before?
No, not in a pool. I don't want to mess up anybody's pool.
I'll give you the thumbs up to go
they'll
ahead.
pour
It's an
chlorine
enjoyable
now.
experience.
They'll put chlorine when you pass.
0. You do it on the beach. It's even sand. Sand is actually your issue.
That's actually the issue.
Sand would be the issue. So you have to get
According
deep in
to
the
what
ocean
Shai
to
is
Yeah,
saying,
we have
sand
to
would
get
be the
deep
issue.
enough. And funny enough, I'm scared of water, so I may never achieve that.
You wear floater.
Swimming pool.
If I'm on Third Mainland
Actually,
Bridge,
use
if I'm on Third Mainland Bridge and they are shooting gun, just know that I won't jump inside the water.
I'm sorry,
Who's
there's something
jumping?
I've
I'll
That
find a
water
way to
is
still
dirty.
hide on the bridge.
There's
That
something
water
I've
is
you know, I'm so
dirty.
sorry, there's something I've started doing whenever I'm climbing Third Mainland. I wind the window down and I leave the door open.
Yeah.
I swear. Because
Yes,
in
now.
case God forbid the motor wants to
Before I enter
Make
Third Mainland Bridge, I pray.
No, me. What
Whether
I
I'm the
started
one
doing
driving or
I'll
somebody
I
is
leave the door-
driving, I
even if I
don't-
don't take the
I
window
don't feel
down.
comfortable
Even
with
if I like
water.
coming this morning, even if I don't take the window down, I leave the door open because I can swim. So I don't. You know,
So
to be
I
honest,
will
I'm,
be
not-
alright.
I'm,
I
no,
will
I'm being
sink
very honest because the
instantly.
problem is like, do you know it's really hard to get out of a car inside of water.
That's true.
Yeah,
Because
100%.
you're battling water pressure. So it's really hard to get the door. So for me, it's like, okay, what I'm thinking in my mind is almost split second. While the car is still doing dorime to somersault, I can quickly just jack the door open. At least if I can swim, I can make it to where those
Just
fishermen
float back to the
will do
top.
their thing. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's just something I thought to share.
But,
in case people want to be
yes.
doing shower. Then when I descend that third mainland, I
So I wish I would have a
Slam
chance
it
to
back.
ask two of your
A swimming
questions.
pool.
No, I wish I can have. Ask
Please,
two of your
sir. Let's
questions.
round up
No,
with your
definitely.
questions.
We
We're
will.
Okay, the question
available.
is this:
yeah.
what is the easiest way to satisfy you in bed? And what's the easiest way to satisfy you in bed?
Okay, shy your ladies first. You did say I wasn't a lady now. Abi. You go first.
The easiest way to again, it depends. Am I in a pleasuring mood or do I want to be pleasured?
Word.
If I want to pleasure you, the easiest so I also get pleasure from pleasuring guys, right?
Guys or a guy or the guy?
A guy.
Okay.
The guy. One.
You're trying to trip her in it.
Singular. I think for me, if I wanted to pleasure a guy, right, I like the build up of just playing around and seeing what you interact with. Like you said, some guys like nipples, some guys like ears, some guys like just even weird things like even blowing on their neck or kisses or just playing with the back of their hair. If they have hair, just even the little thing that is growing, they're just scratching it small. It depends on the guy. So for me, it's the build-up of seeing what he reacts to before you just go and attack the odogu. If I want to be pleasured, easiest way to pleasure me, I think it's the intensity. Like, if you want to pleasure me, you can't be soft about it. Like, you have to, like, Sha can pick your stop. Like, let me be a man about it. Like, enforce
So you like
your
it hard and
dominance
rough?
on it. No, I never said rough. I said be dominant about it. You know, some guys can be like, oh yeah, I think you're so pretty. I'm like, come, Sha, come
Are you
here.
submissive or dominant?
Huh? Again, it depends on the person. Some guys, like, I'll say if I'm dating somebody, I float between being independent and being dependent. So if you want, depending what aspect of me you bring out, depends on how I react to you. If you bring out my soft girl side,
That's how you react.
I'm going to be very dependent. Like, that's daddy.
What
Do what
about
you
you?
want. But if you make
Which one
me,
satisfies you the most?
they both do.
What about you, Harrison?
I come off from
Are you
both of them.
submissive or dominant? Sorry.
I'm a pleasure giver.
So you're a switch. It's based
submissive.
on what the person likes. Okay.
I go
That's
with the
chill.
rhythm.
That's chill.
What about you?
Oh, I was about to say that it's been very nice having you on here.
Before
Okay.
it's nice to have you on
Before it's
here,
nice to have you
Linda.
on. You don't want to cast it off. And for me, I
I'm
think
already
like
there.
okay, for me, I would say I'm not selfish, but I would say that for me, I do like I said, I wanna explore, try any and everything. So for me, I'd say the easiest way to please me is just to listen to like the rhythm of my body. To be honest, respond to what I like. I'm very intentional about body work. To be honest, I really enjoy being with my partner, and we both get to. We're not both shy. You get to experience the privilege to behold me. Yeah, I
Period.
do enjoy like just don't be goats. Don't act like you are trying to. No, let's not do that. That's not what we're here for. If not, I give you the boots.
Yeah, and if you're shy, it's okay. I feel like speak up. Even if you're shy, just be like, I just want to make sure you're okay.
What
That's
is the
even
easiest way to
sexy, like-
pleasure you?
For me, it's the willingness of a woman to want to explore, to want to do more, not just being like a log of wood, wanting to make the moment awesome.
It sounds like somebody has offended you before, but honestly, I feel like this conversation is not something that we can finish
We
today.
can't.
And definitely, we
We'll
have
have
to
to
be
have a part
intentional
two.
about having a part 2, and we'll have you come on here with another guest as well. Let's have because this is just like part 1 of the conversation.
This is introduction.
This is the introduction. I'm very serious about it. After, we're gonna talk off camera, and we need to have these conversations because Nigerians need to learn that you shouldn't be ashamed. I mean, so far you're of age and it's consensual. You shouldn't be ashamed to listen to what your body wants and react to it. Let's remove the stigma around being
uptight.
about enjoying your body. I mean, like they
enjoying the
say,
experience.
the zip is supposed to zip cloths. The privates are supposed to be enjoyed.
You're
so,
only going to live
yeah.
once. You either enjoy it or
You
lose
either
it.
enjoy it or
Enjoy
you
your
don't.
life.
But definitely, thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Terms and Conditions. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.
And guess what? Size doesn't matter, right, Mr. Harrison?
Size matters.
No,
Bye.
always the ocean, the mix.
What's the
Oh,
ideal
Mr.
size, real quick?
No,
What would you
does
say the
size
ideal
matter?
size is?
I don't take size. You take size.
Hey. No, but okay.
Do
know
you,
what?
in your
We'll
experience
see you
as a
next time on
midway,
part
in your
two.
experience as a midway therapist, do you think size matters?
I don't think it's about the size because the car you
No,
drive
it's
does
about-
not guarantee safety. It's how you drive the car that guarantees safety. If you cruise a Lamborghini with your eyes closed and you're maneuvering without caution, you can have accidents.
Unless it's
but
a
if you ride
Tesla.
Keke Mawa with caution with your eyes opened, you can still drive to safety.
But I
So
mean-
it's about how you use your tool. The skill is
Yes.
more important.
Don't
not
be
What
the
would you
size.
say the
ashamed of
ideal
your
size is?
Don't be
When you say
ashamed.
ideal size,
Yeah,
what,
for a woman.
what will I say is the common size
Or what would you say is the common size?
that a woman will want?
Uh,
I'll tell you average because nobody wants to go home with bruises or
Give
have
me-
plaster
give
in
me
place.
an- give
Have
me
you
in
had your
inches.
womb readjusted?
What?
Give me in inches.
Wait,
Judging from the size of your mouth, what your mouth
I'm
can
waving
take.
back
The
to
blood
you guys
of
behind the
Jesus.
scenes.
Okay, now bye, guys.